Every year, thousands of house fires change people's lives forever. Good news is, those fires can be prevented. My name is Diana Stahl with the Orlando Fire Department, life safety educator. And for the next few minutes, we will share with you some simple tips that can help save your family's life in the event of a house fire. One of the main house fires that we see at the fire department usually starts in the kitchen. A lot of times people don't think of that hidden hazard because often the fires will start on a stove top when someone is cooking, frying, but you have that hidden hazard in that oven. Very important that you ensure every time you use your oven that you clean it, because those particles that are left inside of the oven can ignite a fire. Once you open the oven, it exposes oxygen and it feeds that fire. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you close it immediately. A lot of times people will walk away from the oven and leave it open. That causes more flames, more smoke, more fires to rise while we're waiting on the fire department to come and take care of the situation. So you want to make sure you close the oven door. If you can safely, turn the stove off, call 911. If you can't, close the oven door, leave, call 911, and wait for the firefighters to arrive. You want to make sure that you have smoke alarms in every room, kitchen, all the bedrooms, all the exit hallways. You want to make sure you have a smoke alarm. That will prevent a lot of our fires. You want to make sure that you test them periodically. You want to make sure that everybody in your household knows how to use a smoke alarm. The one that we have here is a 10-year. When we say 10 years, is once you open it up in the manufacturer, it's not activated until you put this piece on. Once you put this piece on, it activates that 10-year battery. So your 10 years don't start until you put that part of the smoke alarm on and you activate it. On the fire alarm, smoke alarm, you have a push hold and a test button. You also have a push push. So the push hold test, you push it down and it will test to make sure that the smoke alarm is working. Your hush button will silence that. So if you have a nuisance fire that has started, you can hush it with that button. You want to make sure that you show everyone in your family how to operate the smoke alarm just in case you're not there to help them out. So on the smoke alarm, you also have a sticker. That sticker has a spot for 2 dates. That one date is the date that you install it. So if I was installing this into my home, I will put today's date on it. In the event I'm there, hopefully in 10 years, I'll put that date on there, the day that I replace those batteries. So anyone that comes behind me has the same smoke alarm, they'll know those dates. Another thing you want to make sure you have in your home is a fire escape plan. This is a sample one, just a simple one. You can get this particular one off the website. You can search home fire escape plans. You can create your own specific to your house. But the main thing is you want to make sure that everyone in your family knows what to do in the event of a fire. On your fire escape plan, you should have an arrow pointing for a primary exit and an alternate exit. In the event that primary, the alternate exit is blocked, you can take that second exit. You also want to have a meeting place for your family. So in the event there's a fire, they know exactly where to meet at. You also want to have a go bag. That go bag inside of there should be some emergency contacts you can have in your go bag, a first aid kit. A simple home first aid kit will do. You can pick these up from anywhere. The flashlight. Very important to check your flashlight batteries because they'll sit and hopefully you never have to use use your flashlight in the event of a fire or an emergency at all. But if they sit, those batteries will corrode. So you want to make sure that you check your flashlights, and you can point that to several people in your families or someone that is responsible for checking to make sure that your flashlight batteries are working properly and also your first aid kit is stopped. A lot of times we'll use something out of our first aid kit and we won't put it back. So in the event of an emergency, we don't have it. Make sure you have someone that checks your first aid kit as well. And extremely important, you have fire extinguishers. So fire extinguishers will have a knob that has a green section, and that's where you want to make sure that your fire extinguisher is always at. It's at that green section. Anytime it's outside of that green section, you want to have it serviced. If your fire extinguisher is one that can be serviced or replaced, you can buy home fire extinguishers from practically anywhere that sells fire extinguishers. Most important part is to make sure that you're checking those fire extinguishers to make sure that they are operable, meaning that they are in that green area. Anytime they're out of that green area, there's cause for that to not work. And you want to make sure that you have a fire extinguisher or several. Most importantly, make sure you have one that is charged and ready to go. So we talk about charged. All fire extinguishers, no matter if it's a commercial or a home fire extinguisher, has a section on there that has a green area. You want to make sure that area is, that arrow is pointing in that green area. Anytime it's outside of that green area, this fire extinguisher has the potential for not working. We don't want to take any chances. So anytime it veers off of the green, you want to make sure it's serviced if your fire extinguisher is one that can be serviced, or you want to just replace it. So if you have to use a fire extinguisher, and I hope you never have to in your home, you want to make sure that you know the pass method. And when you're practicing your escape plans, you want to make sure that your family is familiar and they know how to use the pass. Pass means pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep. So when we say pull, you want to make sure that you pull the pin. The pin, you'll see it's right there where the lever is that you'll use to extinguish the fire. So you want to pull that pin. Once you have that pin pulled, you want to remove the nozzle from the clip if you have a clip, and you want to make sure you aim that nozzle at the base of the fire. When you're aiming the nozzle, you want to make sure that you're holding it at the end part, because if not, you have the potential for the nozzle and the tube to flap around. You don't want that to happen. So you want to make sure that you're holding at the bottom of the nozzle and you're aiming at the base of the fire. You want to aim and you want to squeeze that nozzle on the back of the fire extinguisher. Aim at the base and you are going to sweep the base of the fire. Okay, so we have covered quite a few safety tips in the video. I would like to ask you 3 questions that you can share with your family. The first one is, do you have a working smoke alarm in every bedroom and hallway? The answer should be yes, and you should. You should have a smoke alarm placed in and out of all sleeping areas. They should be tested monthly. Second question, if a fire started today in your home, if you and your family know how to get out? Yes, you should. You need a plan with 2 ways out and also having a meeting spot that's located on your fire escape plan. Last important question I have is, can you safely use a fire extinguisher? Yes, you can. You want to make sure that you learn the pass method, and you want to pass that information on and test. When you're practicing your fire escape plans with your family, Test. Ask your family. Do you know what the pass method is? Do you know what to do? Pull, aim, and squeeze, and sweep at the base of the fire. Thank you so much for taking this moment, this opportunity to watch this safety tip. For further training tips, for further training information, we offer a lot of things here at the City of Orlando Fire Department. Go to our website, that's orlando.gov/fire, where you can sign up for a station tour. You can sign up for, and we look forward to meeting you guys. Thank you so much. Every year, thousands of house fires change people's lives forever. Good news is, those fires can be prevented. My name is Diana Stahl with the Orlando Fire Department, Life Safety Educator. And for the next few minutes, we will share with you some simple tips that can help save your family's life in the event of a house fire.